Hej ja, tervetuloa to final round coverage from the 2019 European Open presented by Innova Discs, coverage also supported by the PDGA. We are in Nokia, Finland. Iso Seksikäs, Nate Sexton, and Jeremy Koling.
Moro. Moi moi. Hey hey. Hello guys. It is a pleasure to be here. Wow, what a beautiful day we have in store for you. We have Ricky Wysocki in the lead. One stroke over this guy right here, Eagle McMahon. They are 4 clear and 5 clear of Paul McBeth, the 4-time and reigning European Open champion, and Albert Tamm from Estonia, the current Estonian champion. I played with him in round 3. This guy is here for business. He is a serious contender. It is going to be an exciting round. I can't wait to get into the action.
Same here. Hole 1, par 3, 92 meters, 301 feet. These guys are going to be going backhand, mid-range, or putter, straight through the gap, gentle left fade, down the hill, hopefully to the bullseye. This is one you definitely want to pick up with the big pressure of the final round.
Currently leading the
Will
competition
Smith.
with a score of 28 under par, representing Team Innova and the USA, Ricky Wysocki!
And Ricky Wysocki is definitely looking to get jiggy with it, with his piggy with it. Oh, hung out a little wide. Good release.
2018
Just a
Open
bit
champion,
too wide.
representing Team Discmania and the USA, Eagle McMahon!
Eagle McMahon has kind of been going back and forth between too tight and just right. And let's see how he gets off. This
You talking about the shorts or the shot?
both, actually. Eagle pulls this one right, and that is going to be
The 4-time and
out of
reigning
birdie
European
range.
Open champion,
That is going to be a
four-time
very scary
world
putt. I doubt
champion,
you're right. I doubt he goes.
Team Discraft and the USA, Paul McBeth!
Is that Steve Hill at the top of the Innova banner?
I think so.
Steve Hill from the PDGA. He's writing all the articles you guys are reading.
Perched atop the Lions. And this is a buzz. And this is also missing the line.
Wow. Okay. And Paul cannot really afford to get off to a slow start, trailing by 5 strokes to Ricky Wysocki.
I'm excited to see Albert play.
That's a good release. A little tight. If it gets through, it's going to be good. Oh, yeah. Only one inside the circle. Somewhat surprising on this hole, averaging 2.73. Definitely one of the holes you would love to start your round off by picking up the birdie, but Ricky, ooh, leaving himself a tester. That's about 9 meters.
Stump. Paul's running this.
Wow.
Ooh.
Just off to the left side. He's got to connect on those today. He must have missed 4 or 5 in round 3 that were just a bit high, just a bit low. He cannot afford to be off today. And look at that.
Nice and easy.
The lone European on the leader group. Final round, making the big putt for birdie. That's a good par save. It's got to feel better for Ricky seeing Eagle and Paul McBeth all miss this hole. I mean, I would have lost a lot of money had I taken the odds that the 3 of those guys would finish this hole at even par.
We are at the 2016 Konopista Open. 2 holes to play. I'm 2 strokes behind KJ and Paul McBeth. What I had to do was obvious. Eagle ace. Put a really good drive out there. Found myself 150 feet short. I was talking to my dad about it. I need to throw this in. Grabbed my most understable P2. Gave it plenty of air, plenty of power. And I just watched it glide, glide, glide. Hit the chains, heard that sound, and then it was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be beaten today. Winning in front of my dad was honestly a dream come true, and I couldn't have done it without my P2.
Hole 2, par 3, 116 meters. 380 feet. OB down the left side and the right side. Big forehand shot. I think all these guys have the forehand. They're going to go with that shot here. Make sure they can play the hyzer. Try to skip to the right a little bit. We saw Paul yank this out of bounds yesterday. I fully expect him to make a correction.
Albert Tamm, big forehand. Doesn't look like he has a real long extended swing, but he gets a ton of power. And you can see right there, just a little wrist snap, and that is a circle. That's a bullseye hit.
Wow.
And minimal effort.
And would you take a look at this crowd? It's just a different sound when you hear that much applause.
And certainly is going to add nerves even to these guys who are used to this. Ricky, Eagle, Paul, these guys have played in front of crowds pretty much their entire career, almost every round of their entire career. But still, you're never going to see 3,500 people that are estimated in one place. Eagle finally making the correction, and that's a bullseye hit.
3,500 fans, and I got to throw down the gauntlet to the U.S. fans.
Yep.
I mean, we got to see you at the World Championships. Finland is bringing it.
Peoria, Illinois, coming up soon. World Championships. Also,
there it is.
And that is also a bullseye hit. Ricky at the edge of the circle. This is a big putt.
Just a little low.
And his lead will be erased now as Eagle will be tied at 28 under par with Rick. McBeth picking up a stroke, and Albert Tamm off to a great start here. Birdie, birdie.
Hole 3, par 5, 263 meters, 863 feet. This one has OB down both sides, like most of the holes out here. Preferred landing zone is near this short tee pad, so we're going to see these guys go forehand most likely to that spot and then throw a big flat backhand distance driver, get across the OB and try to skip as left as possible to eliminate a low ceiling approach. You also have to keep in mind that little slope down to the OB right behind the basket.
If you're a stats guy like myself, if you appreciate statistics, it'll be interesting to take a look at UDisc and just kind of notice how, after this cut was made, the difference in scores throughout the course. This hole goes down to a 4.7 average, whereas in round one, I think it was like 5.17. So quite a significant change just without that. I think there's only the top 62 players made
Top
the cut.
half. I believe that's the right number, but yeah, top half.
Albert with a good tee shot. Eagle keeping that.
That's pretty right, but that's going to cut off his angle a little bit, but it's not going to be a big problem. He should still have a pretty doable shot, especially with his power.
Paul right in the middle. And Ricky with the lone par on hole 2. Last to throw, and he is also going to be right in the middle. All these guys are set up for pretty big flex shot for Eagle, but the rest of these guys should have flip up flat to straight. Probably going with their fast driver.
Mm-hmm.
And Ricky goes with the destroyer here, and this is going to be heading bit left.
Is this in bounds?
Barely in bounds, but I tell you what, that is not a great place to be.
No.
There's a lot of thickly congested trees right in that little area there. And Paul's been over there the first 3 rounds, and he has made an adjustment to go straight the whole way. I think this is what he's been trying to do, and finally just executed it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
To perfection. That's a jump putt layup easy for.
See if Eagle has to go flex or if he can still play hyzer. Mostly hyzer. Oh, boy. Oh, and he fell down. I think he's OB.
Oh, wow. Albert, good pull here. And through the first 3, I haven't seen any signs of nerves at all from this kid in a way that it would be affecting his play negatively, and that's a great sign. And you can really see Eagle must have hit the tree and then rolled back OB or crossed it somehow.
Wow, and he's got to go deep into the bag of tricks here.
And that is going to be a 6, most likely, as Eagle is almost even out of position to run a long putt.
Mm-hmm.
He'll most likely have to just lay up from there. And you can see what Rick's faced with. It's a low ceiling, does not get the anhyzer that he was looking for. That's a long putt for birdie. And with McBeth trailing by 4, you think he's lining up the 3? Wow, I guess just knowing that
it's a lot of time left. I think he likes the way things are trending right now. And make no mistake, Albert is 100% a threat to win this thing. Like, he is on fire right now.
Rick's putt is in.
Ooh, there he is.
A little bit of match play back and forth there with McBeth and Wysocki, and Wysocki answers the call with a huge putt from 14, 15 meters.
Rick is awake. I'm glad to see that.
You definitely have to be 1. You'd like to be 2, and please, that'd be great if you could be like Albert Tamm and be 3 under through 3. But these first 3 holes are really a great way to get your round under par from the beginning. And if you don't get started off the right way, it can really lead to bad things once you get into the woods here at hole 4.
Hole 4, par 4, 155 meters, 509 feet, sloping down to the left. Forehand a popular play, backhand mid-range. We've even seen McBeth go ultra aggressive with the roller, trying to get way up there and set up that jump putt. Eagle is inexplicably finding a jump putt from forehand drives that boggles the mind of these 2 forehand specialists, I can tell you that much. And these guys are going to try to get to that spot and then just throw that straight layup. I think paramount here, just make that first gap. We got a finish migration down here across the fairway. Yeah, this guy's got accuracy too, folks.
That is a great shot. And before we get too far, I want to give a quick shout out to Emil Barbie, or Barb, who carded the only 3 on hole 3 for the weekend.
Ooh.
Apparently he made a 49-foot putt.
That is cool.
And Paul's just thrown probably the best looking roller you'll ever see on this hole. And once again, the nimble crowd.
And right back into the middle.
That's unrealistically good. Again, we've said that about Eagle's sidearms on this hole.
We haven't seen Rick go to that play, have we?
Yeah.
He's been doing
the roller.
That? Okay, my fault.
But that
was actually pretty fortunate. It looked like it was going to kick way left, but it looked like it kept its anhyzer and kind of stayed in the fairway. He could have found himself on way over there on hole 7's fairway.
And Eagle not committed there on the forehand. This is the first time we've seen him miss that gap. There's really no telling what he's going to be faced with from there.
And at this point, it's not a question of if McBeth is going to get strokes. It's how many.
Yeah. That was...
unless this is the best shot I've ever seen. It is. That's it. That's the best shot I've seen in my career.
Oh, my gosh.
That was so awesome. No real chance to get to the basket there. That was incredible.
Oh, my God. What?
That was probably approaching 400 feet from an awkward stance.
And Eagle able to pitch up to... He's in putting range, and look at this. This is just a fantastic drive, and it's only the second best in the group.
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't give you guys a spin back there. Albert, hitting the cage, sit down.
Oh, that is not right.
Oh, well, there's a spin back here, but man,
what a shot. Just skip a little higher this time. Come on. Higher, 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 higher.
Oh,
that is so unlucky.
Able to shake that off, but man, he should be 4, maybe even 5 under through 4.
No way. Oh, are you kidding me?
Well, this is the most exciting hole 4 that's ever happened. Ever.
2 off the metal. Ricky with the somehow with the shot of the hole belongs to Rick.
Wow. Albert, come on. Man, drawing metal 2 times in a row, that's always a bad thing. Or actually 3 times in a row is a bad thing. Drawing metal twice in a row is okay.
Yeah.
Paul,
easy birdie.
And for the birdie, he is 3 down in the last 3, and he's starting to make a good move here.
How close is Rick?
He hit that tree and just flipped upside down, and he is parked.
That is not possible.
Yeah, you know what you should do right now, folks? Just go back a minute and a half and just watch that shot.
Better yet,
over and over again.
Fly to Finland. The course is empty today. I just drove through. There's nobody here. Get to that spot. Get your best roller. See how many tries it takes. Try to get one up there near the pin.
That's unbelievable.
Hole 5, par 3, 100 meters, 328 feet, going downhill, big slope here, so it's really important to try to control that angle and maybe even get just a little bit of good luck, too, to not have your disc go trickling down, way down there to the left, outside the circle.
This is a decent adjustment from round 3. If that can stay up without cut rolling, that'll give him a outside look. Rick's going pig here, and he's really putting a lot behind this. For this distance, this really allows him to put a full throw.
Oh,
and
no.
There's the roll.
And it's on the move.
Yep. Man, tough break.
I need to learn how to throw a pig that far.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to be able
so
to.
cool looking.
Mm-hmm. I've played with people who've been throwing harps and pigs, and I believe
this is some kind of putter.
I think this is a harp. Jesse Nieminen threw a harp on this hole. So people really like throwing that really slow shot hard.
I need to learn that.
And I like the way it comes into the green. If you have that distance, it's going to have less skip and roll factor, but Rick just caught too much hyzer, and once this thing gets on hyzer edge,
Perfect shot from Eagle there.
it typically rolls all the way down.
Wow, man.
Wow.
20 meters uphill.
It's so hard to even get the disc near the basket, but to hit cage, that's incredible.
I don't think if anyone on this card can see the basket, they're hitting metal.
Yeah, and Paul could not see the basket, but
He might have been able to barely, but I mean, you get the point. Like, these guys are hungry and dialed in, and they're just proving how they got here to this lead card.
look at Albert. Just,
He's a couple inches away from -6.
Yeah.
Through 5.
wow. An Eagle, he's in for birdie. Paul got a little action there on that little hump, and not too much for him to save his par, and Rick will do the same here. But Albert, look at that, man. He is clawing himself right into the mix just from the beginning of the round. He is all of a sudden, like you said, he is a contender.
Yeah. Hole 6, par 3, 94 meters, 308 feet straight ahead. Mid-range backhand, just try to get over that stump at the end of this little red chip road and try to slide your way up to the basket. Forehand is also an acceptable play. Just try to keep the disc very, very straight.
That one little stump right there, that can be the thing that makes or breaks this shot, because you do want to, I think keeping it low is good for this hole.
Oh, is this turning? It is.
Look at the technicality over the stump, just like we had
This is
hoped.
parked, isn't it?
It could be a little long, and honestly, that could be obstructed. He is definitely inside 6 or 7 meters, but might not even have a good look at the pin.
Another perfect one.
Yeah. This one should be unobstructed. Paul has gone inside tight.
There's some backdoor can happen there. Not
Yeah.
quite, though. He'll have a putt. Tricky one.
This needs to turn over a bit. That is going to be obstructed. Ricky is from 12 meters maybe. Couldn't really see the basket clearly. This is a big putt for Paul. And he is off as well. He's really got to make these putts. He's missed 2 now off metal. And just as I feared, just a little too obstructed, man. Just so tough with that low ceiling branch hanging across, and Eagle just being a little bit closer is such a huge difference. A stroke difference, in fact.
Yes.
And all 4 players inside circle 2. 2 of them inside circle 1, and only 1 player able to walk away from hole 6 with a birdie.
Hole 7, par 4, 168 meters, 551 feet, uphill through the tunnel, and then downhill to the finish. So you got to go straight as possible. I think finishing a little bit left is preferable versus finishing right. So you'd like to get straight up this gap and then move just slightly left so you could set up this straight shot that's coming into view now down here to this green that's pretty precarious. As we've been talking about, you see that retaining wall. If you go over that, you're going way down there to the bottom near the lake. Nothing out of bounds all the way till the water, but it can be tough to get your way back up. And this is smoked. Too smoked.
Just a foot left, and that is another 150 feet.
That was cruising.
Eagle didn't love the result, but he's still out there on top, which is huge. Speaking of huge, Albert doesn't need to watch it. Why would you?
That is perfect.
I'm telling you, this guy is a serious player.
Way up there, way left.
Yeah, and that's going to present a different angle than he's had yet so far in the tournament. Ricky just squaring that up, just needs a hyzer a bit. You can work around that though. There are lanes, they're just tighter and not as preferable as the ones that Albert and Paul will have for their second.
Turnover from Eagle. This looked pretty good. That was really close. Good. Hopefully not down the hill. He should have kind of a jump putt type approach, just laying up from there, I would think. And Ricky's getting piggy with it.
Oh, no. That was a good one, piggy with it. Yeah, but, man, that limb, invisible from where he was standing, I'm sure he thought that he threw a great shot, and he really did, just did not get the reward.
That's just as perfect as it can be done. Look at this drive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think you practice anything that close to the pin. Like, that's so far that, you just hope to get something like that in the tournament, but kind of catches you off guard sometimes when you throw it so far past any of your practice shots.
Ooh, off the band. And Albert will be very disappointed, I think, with that effort after such a perfect drive. Eagle did have a chance to kind of run it, actually.
Yeah. I mean, can we just talk for a second about Ricky's shot? That was insane.
Yeah, over the tree. He was much closer than it looked like.
Yeah,
I thought he came up in a worse spot than that. I guess he won't be disappointed at all.
That's still 8 or 9 meters. That's a pro putt right there. No matter what situation that is, if that's a C tier and no one's watching, or a major with 3,500 people watching, 9 meters downhill with just nothing but death behind the basket, making that putt look so simple, stepping up and making that is a sign of a very comfortable professional.
And Wysocki with the only par. Things just continue to tighten up here as we kind of thought they might. This is just high drama stuff. Hard to keep that lead when you've got all these guys chasing, but for now he's doing well. 88 meters going uphill on the 8th, 289 feet. Little tough green here. It's very fast, so you would like to go backhand straight at it and slide to the pin. If you come up chain high somehow, you're probably cruising pretty far past.
Yeah, interesting thing about this one statistically, this was like the easiest or second easiest hole all week. Take away the bottom half of the field, and now this is the 11th easiest hole. It's just like there's holes there somehow.
That's very weird.
Yeah. I love statistics. Paul's high, but that's really nothing but perfect.
That is great. Wow. The 11th hardest hole.
Yeah, 11th hardest.
It's always hard to figure out how to say that. So actually it's the 8th. Or
easiest. 8th easiest, or whatever it is.
7th.
Again, 2 days in a row for Eagle.
Wow. That is surprising.
And with McBeth up there, Park, Ricky needs a good shot here.
He kind of yanked this.
It squeezes through, but that is going to be a risky 15-meter putt, maybe just inside that.
Yeah, we're going to need some Ricky magic. Eagle kind of ripped that.
Yeah.
That is not going to be easy. That might not even be inside 10 meters. Is he going over the branch or under the branch?
I think he's going to go under.
You're right. And
Yes.
he just drains it. That is not easy. That was so well just committed to, just blasting that putt with, again, nothing behind it.
Eagle
This doesn't roll. That's fortunate, but a tough bogey to swallow here.
Okay, not too punished. Collected enough chains.
Yeah. In for par.
Good comeback putt.
And with McMahon taking bogey, McBeth birdie, they are now going to be tied.
Love getting outside and challenging yourself to become better? How about spending time with family and friends, or just marveling at the pure joy of flight? Then you've come to the right place at the right time. Join the PDGA.
Hole 9, par 3, 103 meters, 338 feet, going downhill. We've been talking about it all week, but we got that multi-golf park hole again. Kind of a cool concept. You can play 3 different types of golf: disc golf, foot golf with the soccer ball, or park golf, which is played with a wiffle ball and some tiny little cutesy golf clubs. We actually tried it. It was pretty fun. All the sports were a good time.
You and I actually got a hole-in-one with our first ever foot golf hole.
Yeah, I think the people would assume that we would do something like that, but yeah, that is true. And Paul going forehand, as I expect the whole group will. This looks very good.
He's aced this hole before, folks.
Oh,
and almost getting the foot golf hole-in-one.
Dances across the cup.
Great shot.
Caddy Eunice excited about that. McBeth just charging right now.
This is
Wait
so
a minute.
far wide.
What did that hit? OB.
Ricky has gone out of bounds.
He hit that little parking lot post.
Oh, man, that is going to be a 2-stroke swing. And just like that, McBeth, starting this round 5 back, is going to be within 1 going into the back 9.
No way.
Incredible.
I mean, that was a shank from Rick, but to hit that is so unlucky.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. He's actually had a couple of bad breaks, honestly. If you think about the rollaway that he had on hole 5, and then that shot right there.
And this is going to be his second 4 on hole 9 of the tournament. I mean,
kind of inexplicable.
I mean, who knows? He might cash this.
Yeah, he's certainly going to run it.
But 2 4s on this hole.
Yep.
That'll never happen again.
Yeah, third easiest hole, 2.5 average. He did it again!
Oh, the bazooka!
He did it again!
Oh, yeah, we got to see this in slow motion. This is for the people.
He did this.
He knows it's in. Down to the knee and blasts off.
It's the swaggeriest thing I've ever seen, I think. I saw in the third round, it was about 5 meters further, and my jaw dropped. I thought it was the coolest celebration I've ever seen.
That's the first time I've personally seen it. Wow.
I love it, dude.
Bazooka, come on. Oh, McBeth doesn't do it. He just does a wave.
It's funny that happened that way, because I was about where Paul was when Albert made that putt, and then when I made mine, I did the bazooka. But Paul didn't get the memo, I guess.
Thank you guys so much for joining us for our front 9 coverage from the final round. It's more exciting than I thought it would be. This is crazy. McBeth charging. I mean, we knew he would, but Ricky with a few bad breaks, and things are so tight. I have no idea what's going to happen on this back 9 coverage. Get back in here. We're going to do it on SpinTV.